back to the Coalition of Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'm joined by the symphony of frogs that are right outside to bring you a review of The Lovebirds. So The Lovebirds was a film that was originally going to come out in theaters, but it did not because of, the virus. And so Netflix picked it up and they put it on their streaming. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this review. I don't know if I like this movie a lot. Meh. Like, it's a romantic comedy that's really about a couple reconnecting after they both believe that their relationship has died, and them having not realized all the stuff that they've done for each other in the 4 years they've been together, and that aspect was cool. So this film heavily relies on the chemistry between Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani. Those are our two leads. That's our main couple. And I believe they have good chemistry. They are both very funny people. They bring the funny here, and they both seem to improvise off of each other. There's a couple sequences in this. There's a couple scenes in this film where it just seems like the director was like, okay, go, get from point A to point B, say whatever the fuck you want to get there, and it just seems so natural with how these characters are, to the point that they both have such good jobs. It bothers me that they make such stupid decisions, that they're played off as dumb. Because sure, you've never been in this situation before. You don't have to figure out who murdered this person that was just killed in front of you. But, like, you can be smart about it, and sure, it's a comedy, so they can't be, like, smart and super detectives and whatnot. But that's just, you're not giving the characters what they should deserve, in my opinion. Script-wise, I think this is fine. Their fight at the beginning of the movie is all about whether or not they could win the Amazing Race, and the film in sequence is as if they were doing like a fucked up version of the Amazing Race. And that was nice to see. Like, that cohesiveness of the script, stuff that they fought up at the beginning is talked about later in the movie, or it'll come back later on. Camera work wise, this film did have one very, very good sequence. This is when they're in the apartment where the frat boys are, and they're interrogating the one frat dude, but you can see something happening through the door. And they set this up that it's like this room, a big hallway, and the back room where the rest of the frat guys are. So you're seeing the main cast in front, Issa Rae, Kumail Nanjiani, and then the frat dude. There's a doorway. Through the doorway, you can see stuff happening in the way back room. That framing I really, really liked. I also like what this film does with its characters, is that the tension and problem between them is pretty much from the very beginning, and it's developed throughout the film as something that they need to fix. Or like it's what's carrying the characters along because they have this tension between them. Contrast that to Like a Boss, where one scene is where they have a fight, literally the next scene they fix it, and that's your main problem between the characters. That's boring, and at least with this film you have it carried on, and it adds depth to the characters that you see on screen. And when these characters are arguing, I actually feel like they're arguing. I actually feel like there's a problem between them. And, they both love each other, but they also know that their relationship wasn't working as well anymore. And you just want them to get back together because they do have insane chemistry, and they're fun to watch on screen. And that's nice to see in a movie. If you don't like your characters, you're not going to care about the film, and you do care about these characters, and you want them to succeed in trying to solve this murder and, save themselves from going to prison. So for me, that aspect of the film kept me drawn in, where they were going. It's enough of a fast pace that I didn't get bored, enough that there was something funny said, with enough time that I wasn't disconnecting from the film. Not to say that every joke landed, it really didn't. Maybe about 30% of them landed for me. So really, in the end, this is a very mediocre film. To me, there's nothing special about this other than, say, really one scene. And the acting is very good. So really, I gotta give this maybe a 7 or 6. I'm gonna go with a 7. Just to give it a benefit of the doubt. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about Lovebirds. Like this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! There are some enjoyable moments in the movie. There's a scene where Katy Perry's firework is very important. The very last scene, which ties all the stuff from before together, works for me really, really well, and it ends with a great joke that made me laugh very hard. So, I found stuff to like with this film, and I came with the expectation that I wouldn't like it at all. I'm more positive than negative for it, so I have to give the film that credit, at least. Imagine if I didn't get any of that. Ooh, boy, I got scared.